Yo, I'm Drunky.
I'm the Flood.
And welcome to the Fortnite Update, where we talk about all the news, esports, and patch notes related to Fortnite. Today is November 7th. This is episode 12. Let's start the update. All right, Flood. This is another patch week. We got a brand new item to talk about. We got some map changes. We got Kevin's big goodbye. But first, let's jump into some viewer mail real quick that we had from the YouTube comments. Last week, we asked you guys, do the balloons belong in Fortnite? And Millsy replied, I'm not sure as players can now utilize the glider redeploy, which is essentially what 5 to 6 balloons allow you to do, but to a more drastic height. However, as they take up a vital inventory slot, it makes me not want to use them. We've had the balloons in for about a week now with the glider redeploy combo. What do you think about it? Balloons, are they good here?
I'm still having fun with them. I like that they take up an inventory slot because that makes them more. It makes it a decision. You know what I mean? You have to choose to use them over the glider redeploy. I think they really got overshadowed by the glider redeploy when they came out. If there was no glider redeploy, I think they'd be a much more dicey item because people would be getting popped, having their balloons popped and falling down, and there'd be a lot more fall damage deaths.
Yeah.
So, but I do think they work really well in conjunction. I still like balloons. I still think they're fun. I love being able to just fly up to the very top of the map and then glide in and not worry about the zone anymore. That's my favorite thing ever, is just not having to worry about the zone. I don't need to port a rift anymore. I've got those.
See,
I like it. I'm into it. That's
exactly what I was thinking about it. I would love us to take away the rift to go and just have the balloons kind of take over how much spawn it's essentially filling in what I think Epic wants like that item to fulfill, like the rift to go, but without its kind of like overpowered nature where it's like just instant. It's just an easy clutch and get out of stuff. Like you actually use balloons for rotations instead of a get out jail free card. I wish balloons would take over the rift to go. Especially,
I think that's probably where they're going.
Yeah, like if we lost glider redeploy and we had the balloons, I'd probably think about picking up balloons and carrying them in my inventory as a utility slot. Like they would 100% be there for me.
Yeah, and even just having a couple out and bouncing along feels great sometimes. Like, I don't know, I've used them to like push faster than normal because of that. Like it works great. I don't know. I think they're a great item. I think they're really interesting. I think they're diverse. I like them. The
amount of times I've just had like 2 balloons out and I'm like peacefully jumping around tilted as I run through. I'm like, I just forget about the game and all my troubles and I just love it.
Just joy in your heart. It's the best.
Finally. All right. All right. Before we jump into what the patch had in store, let's talk about saying goodbye to Kevin.
Goodbye, Kevin.
Had his big goodbye to all of us.
Farewell. Be well.
Well, did you get to catch the cutscene at all? See what's going on with it?
I didn't get to play it live. I was not on the live server. The timing just was not going to work out for me. But I did, of course. It was everywhere instantly in clips and YouTubes and Instagrams. It was everywhere, all over the place. So I saw it. I saw what it was all about. It looked lovely. I'm sure it was more fun to be there in the event. I like that this time it wasn't like the Rocket where everyone was going to be able to kill each other. This was a little bit more peaceful and beautiful. I'll let you talk about the event because I don't want to talk about my feelings about after it until you get into it. But yeah,
I actually got to see the event live. I was floating down, I got in game. I kind of timed it out. So, cause I remember the rocket event and everyone like shooting you and trying to kill you. So like I was gliding at the cube on my umbrella and then it happened. It got taken away and I was like shocked. I was like out of my mind. Like what the heck is going on? The fact that it took us out of the actual game map. They created this cutscene where you had this like little butterfly that you're touching, bro. And then like you're back in a brand new little area. I was blown away by that level of production inside of a battle royale game. It like blew me away, man. Well, let's talk about like kind of the aftermath of it first. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of complaints that it was just kind of a changing of Loot Lake.
Yes.
Do you think, Kevin, do you think this was about like kind of the journey or the destination?
Yeah, I think I heard your comment about that, and it was the journey or the destination. And I get what you're saying because this whole Kevin experience has been all about the journey. It's like Kevin traveling in one form, then Kevin traveling in a new form, and then he's moving around in a new form. And ultimately, all that ends up happening is the changing of Loot Lake. The cutscene was really cool.
Yeah,
it was really cool. And I love what they did to Loot Lake. I think it's really good. I barely land there still, but I don't mind going through it now nearly as much. I think it was a really positive change for that area. But it does feel kind of anticlimactic for the storyline. Like, I
Yeah.
still don't know what the hell Kevin is. I still don't know what the hell the Traveler is all about. Like, you've given me nothing for the story, and I don't know if I'm just having to hold out for that or something new is going to happen. But there's nothing right now on the map that's telling me where the story progresses, and the map is how the story progresses currently. The map and skins are how the story progresses, and I feel like we've reached this weird dead end.
Yeah,
and I want to know what's next. Tell me what's next, Fortnite.
I'm kind of right there with you. Which I do take this as more of a journey thing, but if you think about this as like the culmination of like all the storytelling from when the comet first hit, right? This really is kind of like an underwhelming payoff for all of that, just to have like a kind of new Loot Lake area. But that being said, I think the journey of Kevin was well worth all of this. That is where, this is at. This has been like a 3-season arc, and I just want to go over like some bullet points real quick on like everything we experienced with this real quick. First off, the comet collision, the day where there was like a countdown on all the TV screens. This was like the first big thing inside of Fortnite where we were like changing what we
Will
thought.
Tilted get destroyed?
Yes, bro, there's a big the comet just floating up in the sky for a whole season.
And then people doing like the math on how fast it was going. Dude. It was crazy, the anticipation.
So the comet hits, we get like the visitor thing where we don't know what happened to him. Or Dusty Divot was completely changed, and then that area just kept changing and evolving over time. Finally, the visitor takes off in a rocket, which was a huge event for everybody, which was amazing. Then Kevin appears during a Fortnite tournament. He's like just rocking around the map, flipping on over, moving. And then he, turns Loot Lake into this huge bounce lake. Then he jumps up in the sky. He lifts up the house in the middle with him. And then he's moving a moving item, a moving location through a Battle Royale game, rotating around the whole map, then coming back while it's activating. This has been like a huge, huge story to like culminate with us touching interdimensional butterflies. That is massive, man.
Where are my interdimensional butterflies now, though? Like, where'd they go? Give me more. And also, did the visitor actually leave on the rocket? I just thought he launched a rocket. I didn't know what that was supposed to like break space time so that he could then go home, or I don't understand. Yeah. And who's the enforcer skin? Is it doing something? Yeah. What's happening? Like, give me more, and I want more of those interdimensional butterflies. Like, is something else going to break on this map? I want more. And I get that it's all about the journey, because you're right. You're right. It is about the journey. We'll never be satisfied with any destination. This is like every TV show we've ever seen. Lost. Like, we even have a hatch. Come on, guys. I'm like, that's what this is. So no one will ever be satisfied with the destination. They got to keep giving us more anticipation, and they did a great job of that. Yeah. I commend you on that. But now I'm like waiting for the beginning of the next thing, and I'm dying.
You know what I would love?
No other game does this, by the way. This is amazing.
It is. But what I would like them to do is take a page out of Blizzard's book. I would love like some like comic book stuff, some extra content like outside of the game for us to kind of get a little bit more backstory on this stuff, because it seems like there's such a deep lore that they want to do, but we just don't know, because you're playing a Battle Royale game. How much can you do?
Yeah. It's interesting that they keep it sparse, because it's, you know what I mean? Like, yes. we're allowed to fill in so many blanks, and they might like that, because the more concrete they make the lore, the less we, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. Going forward on the map, this is the first map edition where it's kind of been brighter, a more magical. There's like, a lot of flowers in the area. There's a big rainbow over the middle of the map. Do you think that we're moving into a much nicer looking Fortnite map, or kind of a healing and a more hippie-ish map going on?
Well, it's to contrast the darkness that we had coming in for Halloween. We had zombies, we had darkness, we had nighttime, we had Halloween, and all of a sudden we've got a rainbow and interdimensional butterflies and happiness, and I like it. I'm into it. It creates contrast. I'm hoping that we get a snow map for winter at some point. I think that'd be so cool. Yeah. But I like that new area so much, and hopefully it is a healing thing. Man, I don't know. I still want them something. I was disappointed that nothing happened to Divot. Yeah. I keep hoping that Dusty Divot will progress even further, go somewhere else. Like the buildings in the middle need to be completely demolished at this point. There needs to be something new going on. Maybe a new Moisty Mire. Maybe the lake leaks into there. I don't know. Give me something.
Yeah. I kind of feel like we're hopefully going to a happier looking map. I was like flying over the map the other day, and I saw like just how like ugly everything's kind of gotten because of the corrupted areas. Like Tomato Town's not that pretty of an area. Like it's pretty dark, and like, it's just the colors scheme isn't like a bright thing going on.
Yeah.
I would like a brighter, happier map, because if you look at the older Fortnite days, like, it was just so happy for all of us. Like, maybe it's tainting us as a community. We just don't know it.
You're right. I mean, I do when I go dive down though, I look over the map and think it's so vibrant and interesting because there's dark and bright and different colors, and like I really love flying into this map. I think it's gorgeous. But you're right. Maybe these dark areas will spawn new flowers and stuff. Maybe all the corrupted areas specifically will become like Loot Lake and give me rainbows and butterflies and happiness. I don't know. I'd be interested.
Yeah. Yep. It's definitely gonna be an interesting next season 7, and going into it, man, because like, they're not going to stop with the storytelling. I'm ready to see what's next. The new Kevin. Hopefully these butterflies are here, because my character touched them, and it touched me in my heart right here.
I've heard they've written it out to season 9. That's what I've heard. Yeah. Apparently they've had that written out like for a long time now, and I'm like,
Netflix doesn't cancel us.
And nothing touches your heart. Come on, don't pretend. Right. Don't pretend.
All right, let's move on to the patch notes. Patch 6.22. The big news, we have a brand new assault rifle, the heavy assault rifle. First off, can we stop naming things heavy? I just like to call things heavy. And now I have a sniper rifle, a shotgun, and an AR. I need another name.
I caught myself earlier today calling it a heavy shield when I got a big shield, like a big 50. I was like, I called it a heavy shield because I'm so used to saying heavy now. It's out of control.
So the heavy assault rifle, it can be found on floor loot, chests, vending machines, and supply drops. It comes in rare, epic, and legendary variants. You can deal damage 44, 46, and 48 for all those variants. Magazine size of 25. I think headshot damage on the legendary gets up to about 96 damage for a headshot. What do you think about the heavy assault rifle in the game?
First time I picked one up, it was purple, and I got a 2-shot kill with an 80 damage headshot as my first, very first shot out of the gun. Yeah. So I instantly loved it. It's a really interesting gun because it creates a lot of confusion for me as to whether I should be carrying that versus the Scar.
Yeah.
It's definitely got a slower fire rate, and you do not want to hold down mouse 1. Do not hold down mouse 1. I catch myself doing it all the time. Don't do it. It ruins it. If you tap this gun, it is magical. It's a laser beam of death. It is really strong, but it does have the lower fire rate, which makes it not great for spamming against build. Like, I could run a Scar and a pump shotgun, and I can deal with not having an SMG because I can still spam through walls if I need to with the Scar. Not the end of the world. It's not better than an SMG at that, but it'll do. It'll do the job. This is a whole other ballgame. It's got that slow fire rate, but when you're hitting your shots at a longer range, oh my God, it's a laser beam of death. I can't not carry it. I love it.
I love this item. Inherently, I think the Scar is better. Like, deep down, I think the Scar is better as an item. You can shoot faster. You're more reliable with your shot, with the bloom and stuff. Like, the Scar fits into Fortnite better than this gun. But
this you can't drop it, right?
So good, dude. Yeah. It's like in the era of a third party. This is the third party weapon. When two people are fighting each other and you can get some shots in, man. Dude, I had so many games in where I just like third party at the end of it with the AR or the heavy AR, and I just like easy kills, man. This thing is ridiculous of an item, man.
It's beastie, and I'm worried about them nerfing it instantly because it's so beastie, but like, it's so good right now. I can't not love it. Maybe it's just because it's new and I'm having fun, or I've been sullied by the fact that I got instantly was wrecking with it, but like, oh, I love it.
See, I don't think they're going to nerf it. I honestly believe this is how I thought the Silent Scar was going to behave. This is what I thought was being sold to us, where it's a real tap fire. Don't spray it. It's going to be bad. But if you can accurately hit your shots with it, you're going to be doing a lot of damage. I really thought this is where the Silent Scar was going to land. And now with this in the game, I don't think the Silent Scar has a place in anyone's loadout. You either should have a Scar or you should have a heavy AR. The Silent Scar, what are you doing with your life?
I will say that I feel like you're maybe it's because also Fortnite has ended and not everyone has 200 shields all the time anymore. But I've noticed that when I am on the receiving end of the third party, and maybe it's also because of this gun, 1 or 2 shots from this gun is devastating. Like you die so easy now. It's I feel fragile. Because that first shot, if you don't react instantly with a wall, you're done. You're done. So like, I'm a little bit nervous that it might be overpowered.
And even doing it as an opening item, like you get a body shot in with a redeploy, you can jump on somebody with a shotgun, and this thing puts you into a shotgun death very quickly. Even though shotguns don't do a ton of damage, they do enough to clean up a few heavy AR shots.
Yeah, you're putting people to sleep with this one.
All right, another change from patch 6.22. The balloon drop rate has been reduced from 12.2 to 2.3. So we weren't crazy. This thing had a ridiculous drop rate. What the heck, dude?
Yeah, that makes so much sense now because the balloons were everywhere. Like every second spawn spot you could see, there was a goddamn balloon, which.
Dude,
I don't
what
know.
are they doing, bro? Like 2.2? Yeah, your mind. Like usually there's like a hidden like bonus that they don't tell us about, and they just silently take it away. You know, because they want people to use a new item. I kind of like it too. I want to use the new stuff. 12.2, bro. Oh.
And down to 2.3. That's pretty significant to me. I feel like that was too high to too low.
Yeah.
Give me some middle ground. Give me a 5%. You know, just give me a 5%.
This feels like a change to something maybe like, you know, exiting a redeploy glider or exiting the Rift to Go. This feels like the change in drop rate for something coming down the line, because that is a ridiculous drop.
Yeah, it's nutty. Yeah, you're right. There's got to be some other change coming because of this. Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. Another change, storm damage has been reverted back to 10 damage from where they set it at 8 damage for the end circles. I think they got it wrong on the patch notes because they weakened the storm, didn't they not?
I'm not sure. I haven't been caught in it in a while because of balloons.
In-game storm damage had been a little bit weaker. That's why we saw so many heal offs in the skirmish.
Yes.
So I think they messed it up in the patch notes, but it has been returned to a 10 damage, I believe. I don't know what's going on.
I still really like the idea of the storm just getting stronger the longer you're in it.
Yes.
I think that would be like the idea of it scaling up. That would ruin like the heal offs perfectly. It would punish people for hanging out and being a storm goblin. It just makes sense. It makes a lot of sense to me. I like it. I think that's what they need to do.
All right, that's it for really the patch notes in terms of Battle Royale changes. Let's talk about a few of the map changes around. First thing, football field has been added to Pleasant Park. We'll get to why later, but what do you think about the football field? Have you been around to play with it?
It's awesome. The first time I went down there and I was like, oh my God, it's Friday Night Lights, because they have the big light posts that are blasting light, and it's so cool. And now we have nighttime sometimes, so I like that. Like, it looks really cool. I like that there's an extra little building now, because there's like a little announcers building or a little announcers tower in the middle of the field. That really helps Pleasant Park in my mind, because Pleasant Park having that big open field was so frustrating to me. And this gives it just a tiny bit more cover, a tiny bit more interest and movement. I love it. I'm really happy with the football field. I think it's great. Looks great too.
Looks great. I was really surprised at the addition of that building. I thought it kind of, you know, running out into the soccer field was always dangerous. This definitely helps you. And there's also items that spawn on this building. So now you have another chance to get an item there. Great change to Pleasant Park. These are the type of little tiny updates to the POIs I love. Back when they added the gas station to Salty, I thought they were going to continue that type of like little adjustments to the POI to make things a little bit more fluid. Love the football field, man.
Subtle but significant. I like it.
All right, Keyboard King inside of Paradise Palms. It was boarded up over the past few weeks. Now we have a gaming center, a LAN center. What do you think about the Keyboard King?
I loved it when I saw it. I think it's really, really cute. I love the designs. I like all the little glowy lights and the way that the counter has cool stuff on it. It's really, really cool, but it is utterly meaningless in terms of gameplay.
I do like the way they adjusted the interior of it. The stair up and the exit door on the top makes it a more fluid building, more intuitive on how you should move through it. Good change. The assets in it were so
cute.
Bro.
Like it's really pretty. Like it's a really pretty building. They did a great job of it. It's really like, I love that they did it. I love it. It just doesn't going to change the game the way the football field will.
All I can think of is, remember during the fall skirmish how they had like the streamers in between the matches playing games and like their little like LAN thing and streaming it. They're going to do like a cute little like Keyboard King area. This is where the streamers sit and play.
I'm surprised they're not doing like branded chairs and stuff that they're then going to sell in real life as merch. So, like like Fortnite branded chairs that look just like those ones and stuff.
Dude, they got us on a hook, my friend.
Just give me ideas, Epic. No big deal.
Halloween store inside of Retail Row has been boarded up. All the Halloween items are now gone from the game, but they decided to keep the chest inside of it and up top on top of it. What do you think about that? Do you miss it? Is it just a good change?
Halloween store being boarded up nearly killed me because I was running away from someone. I couldn't just make the turn without having to smash through. And I was like, oh crap. And I survived. It was good. I got the kills. Actually, it was a great fight, but it nearly killed me because it surprised me.
Yeah.
I think the Halloween store had an insanely good reaction from the community. There were so many clips of people hiding in it and doing hilarious stuff with it that I almost guarantee it's going to come back as a Christmas store. And if they don't, I think that's a massively missed opportunity. But I like that these stores evolve. I like that they get boarded up and reopened. I think it's fun. It's interesting. It's the same as the Keyboard King. It's just a reverse of and I think it's fun. I think it, again, keeps the map alive. There's no map that is more alive and vibrant and interesting than the Fortnite map. And it's because of subtle, cute things like this.
Yep.
It's adorable.
And another subtle but sad thing, Durburger has been boarded up inside of the Greasy Grove. Walking inside of it, tables have been moved and shifted towards the middle. I don't know what's going on in
Wait, is it boarded now?
It's fully boarded up. You can go inside of it.
I haven't been since that happened. I had there was the roach signs on the doors the other day, and then all the chairs were up like it was just closed for the night.
No,
I didn't know they boarded it.
Got boards on the windows now. It's a whole new building. We'll see what happens, man.
I wonder if it'll become a pizzeria. Because I think this is, I legitimately think they're painting. That's one of the storylines that they're painting is the war between Durburger and the pizzeria from Tomato Town. And I think the tomato truck was moved in there and they planted the roaches to get them closed, they get them condemned, and now they're going to board it up because they need a new tomato store.
Oh my God.
That's what's going on.
Local Pizza savage, bro. I love it.
Tomato Head's he's scary, man.
All right, that's it for the little tiny map changes that I know about. If you guys know any more, please feel free to let us know. 2 new LTMs are in the game right now, or one brand new one change one. The Team Terror. This is a continuation of the cube monsters from the Fortnite mirrors. Monsters have invaded the Battle Royale. 2 teams will battle it out as the cube monsters join the fight, defeat the other team, and earn a victory royale. 2 teams of 32 players will eliminate the other team to win. Map farm, ammo chests, and all spawns have been increased. Have you had any time playing around with the Team Terror?
I have not played the Team Terror. I just completely skipped the LTMs most of the time, if I'm real with you. And this one, it just sounded like it was going to be Fortnitemares, a version of 50v50, but with less people with Fortnitemares. That sounds fun. That sounds interesting. I'm sure people will have fun. I don't care. I hate to be that guy. But
I'm in the same boat. I wish this would have been the Fortnitemares mode that we could have had for the last month or so.
That's what Fortnitemares should have been, probably.
Yeah. Blitz, are you a big Blitz player? It's back.
Love Blitz. Haven't done it yet since they reintroduced it, but Blitz was the first LTM that I actually did like because I've always liked faster gameplay. That's why I liked Fortnite in the first place, and it was just hyper speed Fortnite. I remember playing Blitz in like season 1 or 2 when they first did a Blitz mode. I liked Blitz and I liked Solid Gold back then. So much freaking fun. So I'm down with Blitz. I wish it wasn't only squads. I wish I could choose, but I love Blitz. I always like faster games.
I have been doing solo squads in it. It is really rough to play solo squads in Blitz in the first place. Now that you have the glider redeploy, it's a whole new ball game. I've yet to jump in with squads, so I'm interested. It's going to be rough, but I love playing it because of one thing and one thing alone: the increased map farm. Can they just, for the love of God, take the mat ratio farm in Blitz and stick it into the normal game? It's a much more enjoyable game, man.
I think that's a really interesting point, and I'm wondering if they're using Blitz as a sample size for that again, because I think that they keep making map adjustments based on balancing the game, but the game has changed so dramatically with glider redeploy and some of the other things that I think they need to rebalance again, guys. It's time.
Yeah, 100%.
It's time to look at it again.
It really is, and I think Blitz will show it. The glider redeploy, people are farming less. This game is not designed for people to be able to glide around as much as we have been. No one is farming anymore. I am killing people and picking up like 30 wood early game, like mid game. It's just, we've got to get these map farms for Blitz into the normal mode. All right, let's talk about skins. Let's not bury the lead. The big news for skins: the NFL is coming to Fortnite. Woo! Starting fairly soon. Everyone will have access to NFL skins, much like the soccer skins. You will buy these, and then you will have access to all of the NFL teams. Pick your colors, pick your team, and jump in and play some of that foosball.
Yeah. I'm excited that they did it like the soccer skins. I didn't expect this. I thought the NFL franchises were going to force you to buy one team per skin. You know what I mean? I thought that's the way it was going to go, so that each franchise would get their cut or something. The fact that you can buy any of the like 6 different skins for different body types and base characters, and then choose any team is amazing. I love that. I think that's really cool. I think this is going to be, if you look at all the football skins as one skin, I think this will become the most copped skin in the game. That's my prediction.
I somewhat agree with you. I think it's going to be that big of an item. The one thing I don't like about it, I don't like that you can pick NFL teams. I didn't really love it with the World Cup, but like it's more of a country thing. I feel like this is pulling like too much of the real world into Fortnite. It just feels weird to me, but you know, I'm happy for the people who are going to have a ton of fun with this because I'm not a big NFL person, but the people that are, like, congratulations. You're going to have your day. It's going to be fun for you. You can go put on the Browns jersey and lose in Fortnite and be in solitude with your favorite team.
Season 6 Worlds Collide. I mean, this is just one more example of it, but I do think I think it's good for the fan base, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think both sides win on this one.
I definitely do. I'm actually more excited for the emotes that look like they're going to be coming out with it, like the touchdown dances and stuff. Yeah. Like, I'm ready for that, bro. That's going to be fun for me.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's fun. Whatever. You know, it just doesn't matter. It's fun. If people like this NFL, then they're going to do it, support their team, whatever. If they don't, they'll skip the skin. Who cares? It's awesome, though. I think it's fun.
What do you think about the Wasteland skins that they released in the game?
All right, I love the Wasteland skins, but I did not cop, which is strange for me. But I've been trying to hold out because there's some other skins. I know we haven't written them in all our thing here, but there's some other ones coming that I like. Flapjack for some reason, man. Flapjack and Growler. They're wearing like jackets and they're like a giant oversized jacket with like big bunny ears on one, and the other one's like looks like he's a bulldog, but it's like his jacket makes him a giant bulldog. It's very like anime-ish or something. I don't know, but for some reason I am weirdly into it, and I'm saving for that. There's so many things coming down the pipe that I'm just like, I'm trying to be real picky, but I really like the Wasteland skins. It once again looks like they brought Roadhog into the game, but whatever.
It does. I had to cop them. You know, these were released right before the Kevin event to like pull the season back. When these came out, I thought we were losing like the whole map. I thought the whole map was going to be like a wasteland. Kevin was going to get into some business. I was like, oh, these are going to be so good.
It's going to be Mad Max, baby.
Yes. Turns out, just really cool looking skins. I love the color schemes on these. The glider is one of my favorite gliders in the game, man. I love it.
It's really good. This could still be that could still be like a sign of things to come. Like it might be happy and beautiful now, but we could still get some Mad Max future. Sure. How about the? I got to jump in and ask about the Summit skin. How you feeling about the Summit skin?
Summit skin from the new starter pack. I like the colors. I think it kind of pulls colors from the Wasteland skin. This is a whole new color palette that's being introduced in the game. I think it's a really great looking skin, man. I've always been really impressed with these starter skins. This is the best of all the starter skins so far.
Best starter pack easily, and it matches the Quad Crasher.
Yes.
I insta-cop this one, and I was driving around on my Quad Crasher, and I love it because it's got the orange. I love it. I think he's easily the best starter pack skin. That was an insta-buy for me. Why not?
All right, the next big one to talk about is the leaked hunting party skin. The hunting party is the big skin coming for completing all the challenges, or 7 weeks challenges, whatever it is, 10. What do you think about the hunting party skin?
All right, so this is the first time we've had it leaked, really. I think in the past they've always just come out like and the leak was like the day before you could get it. This one we've still got a little ways to wait. The hunting party skin, if you have not seen it, or close your ears or close your eyes, whatever. The AIM bot, AIM, and it's a robot, and it is freaking really, really cool. He's like kind of missing his midsection. It looks like a completely new model, sort of at least, and it's easily one of the most impressive ones yet. It blows the other the road trip skin away easily. More importantly is the back bling that comes with it, the ELIM that apparently, by the looks of things, counts your eliminations on the back. It's reactive in there. It actually has a number counter. Every time you kill someone, it's going to tick up. That is the coolest thing yet. I'm so excited. I think I'm putting that on. I think everyone is going to be wearing that on every character. Yeah. Get rid of back blings because this is the only one.
I'm actually hyped up for it. I think the pants are weird on it, but everything else in that, I'm like, I'm in for this. It looks like
pants are weird, but he looks like he has like cold feet too. Like they look like they're all snowed up or something. Like I don't know what's going on in his feet, man.
Whatever, dude. It's not a big deal. All right. Any other skins you want to talk about?
I mean, Shogun's coming. It looks cool. That Frostbite skin, I think you have to buy in a store. I don't understand that one, but I'm interested in that. Like, it's like a pack that you buy that has V-Bucks and a skin, and I don't understand it. It's weird. Instinct and Reflex look really cool. Tfue finally bought a skin with Bullseye. Bullseye is a really nice looking skin. Yeah. I like it.
It's one of those like really like cool reskins with a little bit changes, like an extra hat on. That I love those types of skins, man.
Yeah, they're almost like a default, but not quite. I like that. And then the referees.
Oh yeah, those look
the football
cool.
referees. I like the look of the referees for some reason. I think those are really fun.
I can't wait to drop someone to do a trap kill and blow my whistle when I'm wearing a referee skin, bro. I can't wait for the memes,
dude. There's just so much, like, they can't stop killing it in my mind, you know. And every time I think they've peaked for skins, they keep making better ones, and I keep getting blown away. I'm surprised there's no pirate skins yet.
Well, season 7, you gotta hold out for something, bro.
I like that they went Mad Max skins though. There's just they can do anything they want. They're amazing.
All right, let's move on from skins and let's talk about the duo tournament that's going on right now. The duos tournament, practice duo tournament V2. What do you think about the duos tournament? You played a lot in it?
Literally happening as we're speaking. I believe there's one tonight. I still have not played a lot of these. The time restrictions on them kind of ruin it for me, honestly. Like, they just make it hard. Every now and again, I'll jump into the solos ones when I think I can. I still have not received a badge yet because just the timing is always bad for me, and also I'm not good enough. But god damn it! All right, fair enough. Yeah, I've barely played in this duos. How about yourself?
I played in one with one of our former guests, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, he's a beauty.
We got to 19 points. And I'm not going to say it's my fault, but me and Captain Jack had a rough night. I have a lot of fun in these. I do wish they would change up the point structure. That is the thing that's hardest to me. I don't understand why placements are worth so little. In these game modes, you know, in a regular tournament, like the fall skirmish, those type of things, I understand having kill incentives worth the same as placement. That's good. You have a limited number of tournaments. You're playing against other people. You're on a tournament ladder. Why this is so aggravating for me, what you are playing against in these tournaments, you are playing against the clock. You're not playing against other people to get this pin. So when you have a 3-hour window, and you go late game and you take it right to the end and you're only getting an extra point for a top 5, an extra point for a top 3, it's way too punishing for being in a 22 to 25 minute game when you're in that 3-hour window. It's just like if you come in top 6, you know, wasted. If you come in top 4, you wasted all the extra time. I just wish it was a little more forgiving. In that
and a win is only worth 1 point. Like, I know, granted, you've got the top 3 point and like it accumulates. I get that, but still, give me 2 points for a win. Like, give me some kind of bonus. You know, I don't know.
100%. All right, I think that's all we got for the Fortnite update this week. That was
it was a big one, man. There was lots to talk about. There always is. It's crazy.
All right, question of the week before we get out of here. What do you guys think about the in-game event? Do you guys find it underwhelming? Do you find it overwhelming? Or do you think it was just right? What would you change about it? Let us know in the comment sections below. That's going to do it for episode 12 of the Fortnite update. I'm Drunky. You can find me on twitch.tv/drunky and the flood, my code.
Twitch.tv/the flood.
All right. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can come back for the next podcast. Bye, everybody.
Bye.